Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3. As you can see, we're back in the land of 1,000 fables. We're above the clouds right now, which means we won't get to explore the region below anymore, but I've defeated the Cloud Giant, and in the interest of just completing all of the endings here in the Blood and Wine DLC, I thought, we already unlocked one of them, one of the other ones in the last episode. I thought, well, let's just go for all of them, and in this episode, I thought I was gonna just reload one of my past save files. The key point here is that in this particular timeline, I didn't actually go see the girl who sells flint, which means Syanna no longer has that red ribbon that we picked up in this world. And as we saw in our original playthrough, the ribbon is the thing that actually saved her from Dettlaff's attack. So without it, things are going to get messy. It's going to not end very well for her. But let's just see what happens. We're going to go down this timeline.
Something to show us.
Careful. It's not to be trusted.
Yeah, okay. So we're not going to follow the wisp this
curious.
time.
Why do you want the heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right. My due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do. And I regret nothing. One lives but once. Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
Alright, at this point, once we jump into the well, we are able to leave this fairy tale land. Syanna, you ready? Let's go. Huh. Yeah, and this will bring us back to Beauclair, or somewhere in Tucson. I don't know where. Don't remember, actually. But, yeah, so basically we're gonna meet Dettlaff now, and without that ribbon, Syanna is gonna be in trouble. And this actually unlocks an entirely different ending for this DLC, which I'm gonna be fascinated to see.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Anna Henrietta and I would use it to
hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you. Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying manipulator you are?
Yes, this again. Regis is significantly less upset. I don't want to say happier, but just less upset than if we were to go see the Unseen Elder like we did last time. This time we actually followed through with the plan that he set forth. So now we don't have to visit this supreme vampire that he is also uncomfortable with seeing. So both of you need to stop right now. We need to get going.
Calm down, both of you.
But...
No buts. Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
Okay. And off to Teshamutna we go. The place where Dettlaff asked us to meet him with Syanna. So in the last episode, obviously we didn't have a Syanna, which means we had to fight him again. Yeah, that fight is hard. This time we do. Let's see what happens.
Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of Duntine.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Dettlaff ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
She has to be nervous at this point.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm. It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex. Especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word I would help, I know. But how much is that worth? Yet I owe him this meeting. And that is that.
Okay. At least she's willing to uphold the promise. That's good.
Let's get ready. Dettlaff will be here any moment now.
Syanna, I have a question I must ask you. Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Dettlaff, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part. A shame.
Syanna!
What did you do?
What I had to do. What she deserved. Beauclair will know peace once more. The vampires will have left the city by dawn. I shall leave as well. Go far away, far from men. You can try to stand in my way. Then I shall kill you both. Though that is not at all my will. The decision is yours.
So, in this path, obviously, Dettlaff gets what he wants, but Syanna is dead. And at this moment, we have an opportunity to actually fight him. Even though he's pretty calm, he doesn't want to fight. And honestly, I don't really want to fight him either. But it is an option at this point. But man, he really just gave us no chance to react, really. He just, all of a sudden, and then Syanna is dead. Yeah, without the ribbon to protect her, she does not get transported to the other world. So obviously, she doesn't get saved. And you can obviously tell that Anna is going to be very, very upset about that. But for now, we have Dettlaff to deal with. He is going to leave human civilization for a while, which is fine by us. That's usually how vampires should be living anyway. I mean, blending in with humans is never really the best idea. All it takes is a little slip up, and then you'll just be hunted forever. It's as Regis said, like I think 2 episodes ago, imagine the most uncomfortable situation you've ever been in. So in Geralt's case, would be like at a what do you say? Some kind of a party or a ball of some sort? Yeah, and then Regis says, imagine being there forever, and any one little slip-up can mean the most dire consequences. So I think Dettlaff making a good decision, getting out of there. We don't have to fight him, which is also a good upside.
You can go, but if ever we meet again...
I shall keep my distance, believe me. Geralt, Regis, farewell.
And plus, I think Regis will be a bit happier that we didn't have to kill Dettlaff.
I swore to protect her, I know, but it happened so fast. What have we done?
Let a killer walk. Isn't that what you wanted from the start, though? We have to let Anna Henrietta know.
Geralt, you will face...
I know. All the same, we have to inform her.
A part of me thinks that Geralt is the kind of character who would just flee from this situation. Just get out of Tucson, start running. Because he knows there's going to be dire consequences for this. And it's not like he hasn't been hounded out of Tucson before, along with Dandelion. It's just this time, it's much, much worse. This time, we actually killed a relative to the Duchess. That's pretty bad. And yeah, after 2 weeks, we see we're not doing very well. Imprisoned once again.
Hey there, Geralt of Rivia.
What do you want?
Me? Not a thing. Name's Handsome Jacques, and I've already got it all. What I wonder is if there's anything you'd need.
Handsome Jack indeed. Loving that mustache, man. Alright. What can you get for me?
What can you get me exactly?
Exactly. Anything a patron of this little auberge might desire. From decent victuals that won't stew your innards to a dab of fisty to make you fly. Even brought in a slinky piece of ours once. A boarder claimed to suffer from glandular overactivity or some such. You see, out there beyond the walls, I'm a lowly dog's body. But here, in the kingdom of the clink, I'm the cling.
The cling of the kingdom of the clink. I like that. And no, we are not into the fizzy tech thing that he mentioned. Is that what he called it? I don't know. But we don't do drugs. We certainly also don't really need any food from him, right? Maybe? No, we don't.
Can't readily think of anything.
Come now, mate. We all need something. You've just not been in here long enough to know.
Fair enough. I mean, 2 weeks is kind of long. We don't know exactly when his sentence started. I mean, you can imagine after going back to Anna Henrietta and kind of divulging the news that her sister is dead, probably would have been imprisoned that night and then probably brought to this place in the next morning. So yeah, a good 2 weeks in here. Not too long, but still pretty long for a Witcher. And if you remember that one other time that we were imprisoned by Lugos's men because we killed two quote-unquote innocent people where they actually are the ones who started the fight and ended up killing one of the best characters in the game, that was pretty tragic. But we only stayed in that prison for maybe like a couple of hours at most, and then we just got out. Here, it looks like some kind of probably a lifelong sentence, if you ask me. This crime is not something Anna would ever forgive. I mean, Dandelion kind of betraying her love and all that is one thing, but killing his sister, that's just another thing entirely.
You know me? How?
No. That's a stretch. No, I wouldn't say that, no. But I do know they've assigned you to the laundry, same as me. And I know what you're in for, your dastardly deed. Then again, I know that about every jester who winds up here.
Kinda curious to know what you know, or think you know.
The Duchessa hired you to find the butcher of Beauclair. And you did, but then you let him butcher dear Anna Henrietta's sis. Then this brute simply vanished. Dropped off the face of the earth, though in his case, turned to vapor, might be the better phrase.
Seem pretty well informed.
Best informed mutt in this kennel paws down. Duchessa's cross, no doubt, while you await your trial, though she never seemed concerned for her sister before.
Since you seem to know so much, tell me one last thing. My sentence, what'll it be?
None can tell you that. Anna Henrietta's a fickle cocotte. There's just no knowing which teeth she's like to flesh. But I'd advise against escape. You're a prisoner among many now. Take flight, though. Make it out. Public enemy number one.
But hey, we've seen in the various places of interest here in Tucson that people have actually made it out of this prison. Now, this one guy, yeah, he did make it out, but he didn't make it very far. I don't even think he actually even managed to swim away from the island. But still, people can get out of here, and especially with Geralt. I mean, they've taken my armor and my weapons away, but we still have signs. Axie in particular is pretty useful, I think, when it comes to getting what you want from these guards. But yeah, this guy, he is very, very well informed. How long have you been here? And what are you in for?
Why'd they lock you up?
Hodgepodge. I had no domicile, but had to winter somewhere, so I robbed a shopkeeper. Couldn't have made a worse mistake. The penalty was a fine, an amount I couldn't pay, so they switched it to lashes, meted out on my bum. After that, I shifted course, started pinching bigwigs' noses. Cut the tail of Count Beauvieux's steed. Got 1.5 years for that. My next exploits had to be grander, even greater wrongs. So I carefully chose my victim, Marshal de la Stake. Filled his cask with dung from between my very own cheeks.
Oh, God.
That got me 3 years of free room and board. I'll pull another prank as soon as they let me out. Made it a career. It's become my way of life.
You know, as hard as it is to believe, those kind of people actually exist in real life. Maybe not exactly what this guy is doing, but there are people who will just commit crimes, whether it's willing or not, just to get into prison because... Well, this is not true for every one of these people who do this, but not that I claim to be an expert or anything, but I just happen to know this random trivia. Yeah, people just can't afford to live on their own out in the world. Freedom, apparently, is not worth as much as room and board and food and everything else. Even if it is in this crummy condition, it's still better than dying or being homeless, I suppose, to some of these people. But hey, as long as you don't really hurt anyone, just commit harmless crimes that will get you into prison. I mean, I don't know about filling a guy's cask with questionable things, but I suppose it worked out for this guy.
We gonna report for this laundry duty? Rather get it over with.
Away we go. Personally, I'm pleased we're assigned to it. Those rags stink like sick in the sun, but you get used to it. And when you're working, you get more bread.
Burlap is the new stripe. There we go.
I'll get rid of your banda, if you get my drift.
You told him that, did you?
I sure did.
Yup, for
I
selling
haven't
rat.
had a speck of trouble.
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter going on around here. Well then, go to the laundry. Okay, what's up with this cart? Oh gee, small hammer and chisel for carving stone. Am I gonna have to do prison work? And why are there dead people here?
That's because our courtiers have the bellies of colicky newborns.
Should have sold your
Okay, we're just gonna look around a bit before we go onto the laundry. What's going on here? Notes found in the Tucson prison. Let's see, this should be interesting. Stanny, see if you can't get a small hammer and chisel for me, the kind used for stone carving. We did find that, okay. If you manage, put them in the drop-off spot. I'll pick them up, then I'll get you that placard, but I'll need 2 days to get it to you. Placard will wait in the same drop-off spot. I hope you won't hang yourself till then. It's worth waiting because this is the work of the greatest master of Sidaris, or at least that's what my man claims, Gaspar. That actually unlocks a quest, a side quest, the perks of being a jailbird. Alright, so we already found the hammer and chisel. Let's see what we can do with it. Are we supposed to, like, escape using this thing? That would take a long time. It's kind of like spooning your way out of a jail cell. Well, the quest marker is telling me to go here. I guess. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to hide it here? Alright. There you go. Wait 7 days. Really? Can I just wait inside the prison? That'll be fascinating. But let's see what's going on around here. There's a side quest here.
Stop your ogling. This is no cabaret. Will you play or not?
What's the stake?
Look at this. Not 2 fleece to his name, and he asks about stakes. You can bet those racks you're wearing.
What'll I get if I win?
Bread. I put some aside for Stefan, but it won't kill him to go hungry.
Who's Stefan?
None of your rotten business. A rat. So, playing?
Actually, on the contrary, people can die from going hungry. So, yeah, I mean, did they confiscate my Gwent cards? Those are pretty valuable.
Why not?
Lay them out then.
Haven't played Gwent in a while. No, they did not confiscate my Gwent cards. That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, let's just keep on using the Skellige deck. Last time I played Gwent, I actually lost to that dwarf who was bad-mouthing the Skellige faction. I mean, I guess I got what I deserved, right? Alright, this is... I can't believe I still haven't taken this thing out yet. Terrible card. War Longship. I got my Spy at least. That's good. More like in this thing too. Alright. Well, this hand is pretty awful. Why is there no music? There's supposed to be some music for Gwent. Alright, what I do have though is the Mysterious Elf for some deck thinning, as well as the Canby for some insane carryover. So we should be able to work something out, hopefully. Alright, so he passes here. What will get me the win? So this will get me the win. Commander's Horn, obviously. And let's just play this and thin the deck out. Here we go. Now I can pass. He's got some pretty crazy carryover. Not that it really matters, because we're going to have even crazier carryover for the next round. So there's the Canby. Oh, he's also playing Skellige. Uh-oh. It's kind of dangerous. In that case, I should pass as soon as I can, right? Because as long as he doesn't have 2 cards to revive it, he's most likely going to get it anyway. Whatever. Let's just play this out. Alright. Pretty good. I got a decoy. The rest of these cards are really useless, so I'm just mainly going to be playing out my trash cards. He actually drew into 3 of those Shield Maidens. That's pretty funny. Actually, do these 3 actually form an actual image? I think they do. Yeah, they kind of connect with each other. That's cool. I never noticed that. Okay, that's fine. Should I play my Commander's Horn too? Yeah, I don't see it getting... I could get some good value, honestly, but you know what? Screw it. With round 3 only being a couple of cards, Commander's Horn probably won't be too useful. I'll keep the Olaf, though. Very, very solid card. Okay, let's see if I can bleed that last card out of him. There it is. Good. Oh, it's Ermion, too. Dead Ermion. Alright, that's it. Let's go on to round 3. He's got some carryover, obviously, but pretty sure mine is better. Heimdall is just so crazy. Okay, let's get back... man, what do I even get back? I guess we'll get the Armorsmith. Oh my god, it goes into the range row? Alright, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. And he's got no cards, so I can just pass here. Take that, prisoner.
You fleeced me, harlot's brood. Now Stefan will have to go hungry.
Sorry.
Oh, look at that. He's sorry.
No one else will play with you in this coop. And be careful not to slip on any soap.
Oh, I will.
I'm not sure if threats like that work on Geralt. I mean, given who they're dealing with, I mean, would you really want to mess with this guy? Got some bread though. Oh my god, I still have all my food on me. Alright, I mean, he was kind enough to give me 2 pieces of bread. Let's just eat some right now. I can't do that right now, really? Wait a minute. Consume. Oh, really? They don't let me eat my bread. Okay, so let me just check my quests real quick. Should I just wait out the 7 days right now? Cause I don't know what will happen if I progress with this main quest while this quest here is active. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Can I meditate here? I can. All right. Let's see what happens once we wait out these 7 days. Okay, and just a couple more hours should do it. I've already done like 6.5 days. Let's go another, I don't know, 5 hours. Maybe another couple, just for good measure. There we go. Okay. What perks are there for being a jailbird? Check the prison stash. Alright. What have we got here?
Not terrible. Might look nice on my wall.
Prison poster. Oh, look at that. So with the hammer and chisel, they managed to, I guess, smuggle in a nice little picture for us. Very interesting. I wonder who this is. This is definitely not someone famous or that we've seen before. It's just a nice picture of a lady that we can hang up on the wall once we get back to Corvo Bianco. Whenever that is. But yeah, for now, let's. I think we've kept that one dude waiting long enough. Literally a whole week, he's just been down there waiting for us. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you just sitting up there doing nothing? Alright, handsome Jack. Let's go do some laundry.
Pack the dirty rags in the tub. I'll see to the suds and water.
Okay. Here we go. Laundry simulator. Hey, eyes off, buddy. Pick up the dirty clothes. Where are these dirty clothes? Ah, here we go. Oh yeah, dirty indeed. And put the soap and the cloth in the wash tub. Are you guys not entertained by this? Doing the laundry in The Witcher 3. Here we go.
Take the stick and stir the rags.
Okay, I didn't mean to jump in there myself. You know, they already have animations for stuff like this. They may as well have allowed us to make our own wine. If we can do our own laundry like this. Ah, the life of an inmate. You're really screwed up now, Geralt.
Who have we here?
The Guardian of Gutter Snipes locked in the clink. How did that happen?
My. What could the Duchess's favorite have done to deserve this?
Back off. I'm busy.
Hear that? The laundry wench is busy. Yet I fear we have a matter to resolve. Remember our meeting, Good Black Bodyguard?
You go ahead and cheat. I'll be back once you're done.
Thanks for sticking around to help, Jacques.
You're in the coop, mate. Only one thing counts here, survival. Folk don't stick their necks out for anyone besides themselves.
Boo-hoo. He left you all alone.
Hey, it's not the first time that we had to take on 3 of these. What do you really want to call these people? Like, they are already prisoners, right? Just like the bandits of the inmates. Well, we do have a chance to use Axie on them, which Typically in the past I've avoided using this option because I think it's boring, even though I have the ability to do it, and it's really quick and easy way to stop any kind of conflict. Let's just start by warning them to back off, and then see what happens from there.
Worry about yourselves. Tried me once already, remember? Didn't work out well, far as I recall. Why tempt fate?
We're changed men. Prison does that to you.
And you're the one who put us here.
Oh, we've been dreaming of this. A miracle by which you would land in here. And voila! Sometimes dreams do come true.
Yeah. And honestly, that guy holding the washboard, man, he does look kind of threatening, not gonna lie. We've already beat them up before. Let's just spare them some pain and ask them to do something useful.
Come on, be constructive. Make yourselves useful.
Yes, we should see to the wash, or they'll put us in confinement.
Hey, the mutant's trying charms on us. Can't you see? Your tricks won't work here, lad. You cannot mesmerize all three of us at once. Grab yourselves washboards, boys. Circle him! Circle him!
Alright, you guys got washboard, but I got this stirring stick, and I guess using it actually only puts one of them out of commission. This is so brilliant. I got this stick as a weapon. Can we like take this out of the prison and use it in actual combat? Because this is just spectacular.
Crikey, it's that Witcher! He slaughtered Starling Strachan's heads!
Yep, this is what you get for messing with me. Prisoner Geralt is in no mood for jokes right now.
What is going on here?
Nothing.
I'm not asking you, but the one on the floor. Have you anything to say?
I slipped on some soap.
You slipped on soap.
Lots of soap here. It is a laundry.
Harlots brutes. Solitary for the lot of you. You'll have ample time to consider. Think about the choices you've made in life. I'll make certain of it.
Didn't do anything to deserve solitary.
Shut it. Milton was my cousin. You let him die. Was the Duchess's coin not enough? Did you expect more to save a good man's life?
Arrived too late. Nothing I could do.
And when the beast tore apart the Duchess's sister, too late then too? Were it up to me, you'd have hanged already. And don't you try any Witcher tricks on me. You will end oh so badly if you do.
Huh. I guess Axie is out of the question. Not that he can stop us. Oh my god, another week later.
You're of your own free will, Stefan? Or did they lock you up too? Bet you're thinking about food. What you'll eat once you're free. Mutton leg. That's what I'm dreaming of. Well roasted on the outside. Nice and juicy in the middle.
Are you the lout from Rivia?
Yep, I'm that lout.
Come with me. You're to be sentenced.
To what?
To shut it. What am I, the town crier? Hands behind your back.
Yep.
Now let's go, and no funny business.
This is really the lowest of the low. We're in prison, about to be sentenced, talking to rats. Here we go.
Get ready. Soon all your problems will be solved, once and for all.
No.
Do you know where this leads?
I don't want my problems to be solved.
What's the exit, though?
You guessed it. The thing is, there are different kinds of exits. Some walk this path to freedom. Others walk it straight into eternity.
Which am I headed for?
I don't know. Yet one thing is certain. You will never walk this path again.
Fair enough. They didn't take me out here to be sentenced just to put me back into the cell, right? So...
Mark Dubois, you are hereby judged guilty of trampling Alice Valref, the cupbearer's wife, while on horseback. The woman's condition is critical.
It was an accident. I was riding fast, true, but she jumped out in front of me.
In light of the above, there can be but one sentence.
Death by decapitation.
No, I didn't do anything! Help! There must be witnesses!
Off with his head. Next.
Paul, the Witcher, take him to the tower. That's an order.
An order's an order. Guess you're not next after all. Follow me. You're supposed to follow me.
Why do you make me watch that execution?
So you'd know this is no almshouse for lost orphan boys.
Wanted me to think I was next. Enjoy that? Getting a rise out of folk?
You guessed it. The harlots' hounds that land here, I detest them. So I do everything in my power so they'll know they're in the clink, not on holiday.
They're just trying to scare me, get a reaction out of me. Oh no, we've been in much stickier situations before. This is actually kind of commonplace for us at this point.
I've brought the prisoner, sir.
Unbind him and leave us.
Oh, is that
Greetings, Witcher.
Yeah, Damien.
Your face doesn't look good. Though, looked even worse last time I saw you.
I apply an arnica extract. I can hardly feel it anymore. But my scars pale in comparison to the fate Syanna met with. The fate that was your doing. I trusted you. And how did you repay me? Consider it, Witcher. Why do you think the Duchessa had Syanna hidden away to start with? Can you guess?
I'm sorry. Might not believe me, but couldn't have predicted that turn of events. Certainly never wanted that.
Enough. We shall speak of it no more.
Guess there's been a decision in my case.
Truly, is that all you care about? Your own hide?
At this very moment, yeah, I mean, what else is there to care about? At least your Duchess is still alive, okay, Damien? This is not like the alternate universe where both her and her sister died and you are left blaming yourself. Alright. A few other things I care about too. I suppose, well, okay, I mean, that's probably not on the priorities list at this very moment, but I suppose that's true.
Not only. Also care how the Duchess feels, for example. And I hope that, unlike you, she doesn't blame this all on me.
A court heard your case, not Anna Henrietta. The facts are as follows. You were hired to kill the beast. Not only did you fail in that endeavor, but you also caused the death of our Duchessa's sister. Have I missed anything? I'll have you know that were it up to me, you would rot in our dungeon until your dying day.
Glad you didn't have the deciding vote then.
At any rate, I am not the best person to tell you what was decided in your matter. I'd say the man who worked hardest to tip the scales in your favor should.
What are you talking about? What man? Dandelion?
Sheesh, Geralt. You look like you've seen a ghost.
A ghost wouldn't have surprised me half this much, I promise you. What are you doing in Beauclair?
Officially, visiting Anna Henrietta. That is to say, the Duchess. We're old friends, but you know that. Unofficially, I'm saving your hiney.
You? You're a persona non grata in Toussaint. Undesirable.
Didn't stop me from risking my skin for you. In my book, friendship is all that matters. Well, friendship and love. And art. Oh, and wine.
Not the best time to bring that up, Dandelion, but man, talk about all the people who could have saved us at this point. It had to be him, which is, it's really, I guess it's really appropriate because we've saved Dandelion so many times that it's about time that he saved us from something. But, you know, I don't really know what persona non grata means or whatever he said, but I'm guessing it's just someone who has been exiled from, or at least just not welcome back in the duchy. Because, yeah, as we know, Dandelion was about to be executed, just like Geralt was back when he betrayed Anna Henrietta's love. That happened in one of the books, by the way. And now he's back. I guess she's forgiven him by now. That's the only explanation. because he was actually able to tip the scales of voting against Geralt's, I guess, execution or life sentence, which means he does still have some kind of an influence here in Tucson, even though Anna probably is less than happy with him at this moment. Did she mention Dandelion? Yeah, I think she did. Like the first time we met with Anna here, she mentioned something about Dandelion. I don't remember if it was like good or bad, but in any case, the fact that he's here now, probably good. So, how did you know I was here?
How'd you even know I was in prison?
Regis came to see me right after they locked you up. I mean, Regis, right? Can you believe that? To come back after... Amazing. He told me everything, and naturally, I couldn't possibly leave you to rot in there.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Good friend, Dandelion. Rode all the way here to Tucson just to save Geralt behind. Very good friend.
Take it I'm free thanks to you. How'd you manage it?
Oh, I have my ways. Took a little persuasive logic, blended in some deft rhetoric, then added a generous pinch of charm, and voila! You're free. But just so you know, it wasn't easy. In fact, it was pretty damn hard. Duchess was so furious, I think she even forgot she'd banished me from Beauclair. For life. All she could do was scream that you'd never set foot outside that dungeon again.
How'd you get her to take a fresh look at things?
I appealed to the faultless intentions that guided you, to your reputation, your accomplishments, and, well, ultimately, she changed her mind, and you're free. Never wants to see you again, but even got her to leave your vineyard with you. You won't get a copper of your promised reward, but you'll keep your estate.
Dandelion, you're a regular master of diplomacy. Thanks.
Listen, you do whatever needs doing, but I've got to get to the cemetery. Anna Henrietta's in bad shape with Syanna dead. Some folk forget that under the ducal regalia, she's just an ordinary woman who's lost a loved one.
Oh man, yeah. So, next time we need to argue a case that's highly against our favor, we just gotta remember logic, rhetoric, and charm, like Dandelion described. Although for Geralt, it's probably not that reasonable to rely on his charm to get him out of any situation, but still. We've got the logic. The rhetoric, I don't know, but it's fine. Oh yes, Priscilla. The last time we saw her, she was actually still recovering in the hospital because of that incident in Novigrad.
Been meaning to ask you, how's Priscilla?
All right. Recovering steadily from the horror she's been through.
So, you two, you're still...
Of course we are. How could you even think it was otherwise?
No idea. Just within the realm of possibilities. But please be careful not to lead Anna Henrietta on. Suggest you've come here for any reason beyond getting me out of my predicament.
The bond between the Duchess and myself is one of pure friendship, nothing more. Now, off to console a friend in need.
Nothing more, huh? Is that why, Dandelion, you used to call her Little Weasel? Or something like that? I suppose, the relationship has changed since the incident with the execution. Hey, Dandelion, well, nice seeing you again. Thank you very much for freeing me. I'm off.
Alright, see you later.
See you, Geralt.
Off we go. You'll collect your things at the door. Follow me to the exit.
Okay. Time to get out of this prison. Oh man, this place is actually kind of intricate. Is this built on an elven rune? Not very stable if you ask me. It looks a little like an elven runes, but it could just be it's very run down at this time.
Open the gate. Your things are past the first gate. Take them, leave them. I don't really give a fig.
Alright, guard. I'm out of here, and guess what? You're gonna have to stay on duty. So, who's the real prisoner here, huh? Alright, here's all of our stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just take it all. I guess it was just all of our equipment. Yeah, it didn't really have any special things in there. Oh, griffin armor. Alright. Yeah, so our equipment is there. We got our erendite, our silver weapon, crossbow. You know, the good stuff. Okay. We're free! In desperate need of a haircut, but we're free. Wow, that just looks really silly. I mean, that hairstyle kind of works on Geralt. It works better than most of the other hairstyles, but I still prefer the younger Geralt look with the hair tied back.
So wide. Someone's liable to see. Could mean trouble.
I can't help myself. Just so glad to see you.
Glad to see you too, my vampire friend.
Might want to be a bit quieter about that. There are people everywhere. You don't want people to know that he's a vampire.
Thanks for getting Dandelion to come out.
It was nothing. True, he was not at first terribly eager to face the Duchess, but I managed to persuade him his person was indispensable.
Well played. Dandelion loves being indispensable.
Yet he so rarely is, poor man.
Yes, Regis and Dandelion do in fact know each other. They were all part of the same retinue with Geralt and Milva, Kahir, and Zoltan? Yeah, they were like the fellowship trying to find and save Ciri.
What did you do while
While you vegetated in that correctional facility, I used the time to think. Wish to know what I thought about?
Of course.
The relationship between two numbers. Dettlaff's 4 victims and the 5 chivalric virtues. As you've no doubt noted, there's a difference of 1.
Mean to tell me, after all we've figured out, that you now believe in the whole 5 virtues punished theory?
Belief's got nothing to do with it. It's cold logic, deduction. Syanna went to great lengths to make folk believe the beast was punishing those who betrayed the virtues. Were I in her shoes, I'd make sure the number of victims matched. Are you not at all curious who was meant to be the 5th?
If I say yes, what then?
Then you'll come with me for another chat with the bootblack. You see, I've learned he delivered the notes to Dettlaff. Our search starts with him.
Huh. Yeah, I guess we should pay him another visit, right? I mean, we've already done that before, but this is under a totally different circumstance. So, yeah, let's go.
Fine, see what he has to say. Could use a good walk, work out the kinks if nothing else.
Come then.
He should have said, work out the clinks. I suppose Geralt is in no mood to joke at this moment. Hey, paying another visit to the bootblack. Pretty sure we've already seen enough of that little kid, but this will lead us to discover the 5th victim once again, which we already all know is Anna Henrietta, but this is quite interesting because there will be no more ceremony, which means we're going to have to...
It's the chap with the socks.
Yeah, we're going to have to disclose the information to her
you look like some beast
at another
that
occasion.
Then spat you out. Are you here for a spiffing? Boots make the man, they say. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
Except what I'm wearing aren't exactly boots. They are sabatons. Okay, let's ask
Man in the frock coat.
the questions.
You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Alright, and who are these beggars? We've already seen this before, but I'm just going to go through it again.
Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard.
Now, where did the beggars get the letter? I don't think he would know that. What did they look like?
Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said. They were ragged, unshaved. Their clothes were tattered. As to their boots, well, I mentioned that already.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble.
Okay.
We must visit the shelter.
Back to the shelter we go then.
Inside.
Okay. This is mainly just going to be the exact same thing, but this is actually part of the Burlap is the New Stripe quest instead of Pomp and Strange Circumstance. Even though it's the same quest, it actually goes by a different name this time.
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves.
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Once again, we're gonna have to get into a street brawl. And once again, these silly people thinking they can take me on. But hey, let's just get this over with. Yeah, just gotta parry those hits. Okay, that guy's dead already. Well, he's not dead, he's just down for the count. Okay. Ah, man, I gotta push him up against the wall to get those really fast jabs at him. There we go. Simple as that.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
Yes, we need some information.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black? A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Wow, we really need a shave and and a haircut. My goodness, Geralt's just looking like such a bum right now. Okay, let's go.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
Looks kind of like, I don't know, if his beard were a bit longer, he would look more like Santa Claus than a Witcher, seriously. Wow.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold, And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the bootblack. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the bootblack. And Freshie, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
Okay, I'm gonna need that letter.
It's a matter of importance to the duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
Yeah, and plus she's dead.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the bootblack anyways. It's always muddy there.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Syanna rather grossly.
Judging by this, Dettlaff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Duchess was to be Dettlaff's last victim. Syanna planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Syanna, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Syanna murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, and yes. All those make sense, and none are mutually exclusive.
Yeah, at this point though, Duchess is pretty safe, seeing as how Dettlaff left and Syanna is dead.
Can only guess what drove Syanna. Luckily, Anna Henrietta is safe now.
I believe we may dare to assume so. Syanna's death was also the death of the Duchess's only natural rival. She is in no danger, for now.
Pretty rare thing for a ruler.
It's what it's like to be beloved by all. So what do we do now?
What do we do now?
Now we drink. Unless, that is, you feel a witcherly duty to see the Duchess and tell her what we just learned.
I think that is part of my witcherly duty. Sorry, Regis, but we'll drink it another time.
Think this might be something Anna Henrietta should know.
As you wish. I shall await you at Mare la Chaiselongue. A mug of mandrake brew to keep me company.
Not coming with?
No. After the horror Dettlaff brought down upon the city, and in light of Syanna's death, I think it wiser not to appear at the palace.
Probably right. See you later then.
Before heading to the palace, you might wish to see if Anna Henrietta is not at the city cemetery. She spent a great deal of time at her sister's grave these last days.
Okay. It's probably also wiser of me to not visit the palace anymore. Because, you know, we just got out of prison. We don't want Henrietta's fickle mind to change again and throw us back in. But it's, as I said, it's part of our witcherly duty to see that she is well informed of her sister's intentions, or what they could have been, would have been. Maybe that will convince her to visit her grave less often? I don't know. As we saw in the other ending where they both died, she was still very compassionate about to her sister, even after she found out that she was guilty of all of these murders and everything. Yeah, above all else, Anna really loves her sister. Even if it means loving someone who wants you dead. To take your place at that. I don't know how she does it. Oh man, it's like really late in the night right now. It's 3:30 a.m. Would she even be there at this point? Actually, a better question would be, would Dandelion be there at this point?
Don't crowd around.
Let's
see.
I knew from the start you'd best the beast.
Oh. I guess news haven't reached to the guards that the beast actually escaped. Okay, here we are. Temple Cemetery. See if I can find her. Yeah, here we go. Oh, hey.
Why have you come? Forgotten already? The murderer you were to kill lives, while the Duchessa's sister lies dead.
Wouldn't have come if I didn't have to. Promise you that. But I've learned something. Something that might interest Anna Henrietta.
Forgive me if I lend no credence to your word.
Found a letter Syanna wrote to the murderer.
Very well. You may enter. But I make no promises as regards the Duchessa. She mourns her sister in the ducal crypt. Viscount de Lettenhove is with her.
Dandelion is there. Oh boy. This is going to be an interesting conversation.
Remember, my dear Henrietta, despair is like a stormy sky. Sooner or later, the sun must drive away the clouds.
That is easy for you to say. The one murdered was not your sister.
My life hasn't exactly been a bed of roses. True, my sister wasn't murdered. Don't even have a sister, actually. But many times I've lost. Ugh, unimportant.
Your Grace.
The impudence you must harbor to come in here after all that's happened.
Calm down. I'm sure Geralt's got a very good reason. Right, Geralt?
We have an excellent reason right now. But, oh, yeah. I'm not here to upset the Duchess, if that's what you're after.
Didn't come here to upset you, milady. Just found this letter and thought you, if anyone, ought to read it. Know what it says.
You are not one to tell me what I should or should not do.
Syanna wrote it to the murderer.
Really? Maybe you should read it then. It could be important.
You read it, Dandelion, aloud to me.
I bet he's regretting the choice of reading it right now.
We must see to our Duchessa. Anna Henrietta knows nothing of empathy. Her heart is cold. This shard of ice you must tear from her breast.
My sister could never have written that.
Got proof she did.
No. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. Someone seeks to blacken her in my eyes. I won't allow it.
There, Henrietta. Don't get upset.
The letter is vile. It's slander. You must destroy it. Do you hear? No one else must ever read it. Ever!
Consider it done.
And you, out! Get out of here! This is all you're doing! Begone, hear me! I never wish to see you again! I shall never believe she did this. She was not capable. This is an outrage, Dandelion. Tell him it's not true. Tell him it's a dirty lie.
Geralt, get out of here, please. The Duchess, she needs to be alone.
Oh boy. I mean, it makes sense. Anger is the first step in the grieving process. Huh.
As to her enlightened highness, didn't go great. Got the full kaleidoscope of her emotional states. Spun through it at an impressive pace, too.
Am I to understand she didn't throw her arms about you and shower you with thanks for saving her from her murderous sister?
Got that right. I don't blame her, though. Luckily, Dandelion was there to smooth things over. Somewhat.
As you know, I had little sympathy for Syanna. Nonetheless, I very much regret I could not keep her safe. To you, her ultimate fate, does it still bring on the occasional pang of regret?
Yeah. Still.
Well then. Drink up.
Ah, yes. The ultimate cure to regret is a drink, of course. Beauclair is safe now. Relatively. Pretty sure Dettlaff won't attack again.
Beauclair seems safe now, though I'm still left wondering. I mean, Dettlaff's alive. Think Anna Henrietta's still in danger?
No. He had a score to settle with Syanna. By his reckoning, he did just that. He has no reason to attack anyone else. Or to remain in Beauclair any longer.
Sure hope so. Though in his boots, I'd regret having to go. Place is just plain beautiful, damn it.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning. Then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Ah, yes, this choice again. Well, the first time we actually chose to remain a Witcher and keep on killing monsters. I think this time, I don't know. I really don't like the settling down for good option, even though that's what happened at the end of our base game without DLCs, you know. The ending concluded where Geralt and Yennefer just spent their time together in a house and just lived out their days happily ever after. I don't see that in Geralt, honestly. I think no matter what happens, he would never really just settle down. He will always go on another adventure. That's just his adventurous spirit, I guess. This time I'm going to say I don't know just yet.
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though.
Okay, and Regis, what are you gonna do now? Now, actually, we didn't kill Dettlaff, which means he should be fine. Stay in Beauclair a little longer, right?
What about you now? Got a plan?
I do. I must find Dettlaff. Help him. I certainly owe him that much.
Vampire friendships. Clear rules. Must be nice.
Do I detect a note of sarcasm?
Not at all.
No sarcasm there at all, actually. I can tell. Because he thinks that when there are these fast rules, it's something to be envied. Because with human friends, sometimes the rules can kind of be blurred. Yeah, you do a favor for a friend, they repay you with another favor, but somewhere down the line, you never know what's going to happen, and things just get thrown out of whack. I suppose it's the same with vampires, but now that everything is settled, Regis wants to go back to Dettlaff, repay him for his help, obviously, with his revival. So, yeah, it's really nice. He doesn't have to leave Tucson to go to, like, Nilfgaard.
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
We do indeed. And there we have it again. That's another ending to the Blood and Wine DLC. It's not the happiest ending, you know. Anna is very, very upset. She will eventually come to understand what happened and probably just leave everything behind her. But for now, yeah, she's gonna take some time to grief. But Syanna is dead. Dettlaff is alive, which is kind of happy because he never really did anything wrong. I've already discussed this in detail the last time we got an ending, but he never did anything wrong, so the fact that he was left alive in the end to do his own thing, that's really nice. Regis is happy because, you know, his good friend is now alive, so really the only one who paid for the things that they committed was Syanna, and I believe, I guess, it's, at the end of the day, it's perfectly justified for Syanna to pay for her crimes because she did technically kill 4 knights, and even though the knights wronged her, the way she killed them was kind of like really terrible, right? And if nobody else stopped her, then she would have also killed the Duchess. So, yeah, she's dead now. This ending is not quite as happy as the one where she forgives Anna for everything she did, and then they both forgive each other, and then everyone lives happily ever after. But that ending is not all happy to begin with, because in that one, Dettlaff does die. So, you know, you kind of have to weigh your options when it comes to choosing an ending. Well, I mean, I guess most people don't really choose their ending, but not unless you're playing this for a second time. Well, anyways, yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and just skip these credits here.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
And here we are again with the new quest, Be It Ever So Humble. We're not going to keep this path, even though, honestly, I like this ending a bit more than the one we already committed to. I don't know, the idea that Dettlaff is still alive is just, it makes me feel a lot better about the situation. Syanna is dead, but if I had to choose between Dettlaff or Syanna, I would choose Dettlaff, honestly. Yeah. Anyway, we're not gonna keep this ending. We're gonna go roll all the way back to the other one where everyone is alive except for Dettlaff, and just pick it up from there the next time we come back. So one of the items that we got from the prison that we won't be able to see anymore once we load up into the other new file is obviously this little poster that they slit through the prison wall. Very interesting. We had to wait 7 days in there, but well, it's all good. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next time we come back, we will continue our adventure. There are still plenty of side quests to do, so I'll see you in the next one.